this is Vin.
No, it's not. Good morning, y'all. My brain is still buffering. My name is Vin. I use they, them, theirs pronouns. And today, I'm in Mexico City. I really love the Airbnb that we ended up at. There's some quirks to it, but let me show you around. Okay, now that I've shown you the highlight reel and how awesome this place looks, let me show you how it really looks. I also filmed another video, so there's just stuff everywhere. And last night there's a downpour and we got caught in it for 20 minutes. So our clothes are drying all over the place. Shirt drying, pants drying, my partner's bag, my suitcase, more clothes drying, the creative dump ball table. Okay, I'm mostly ready to go. Bam. I don't know which Nike shoes these are. I should probably get another pair because I run through a lot of these now that I'm running and training for stuff. I really like them.
Should I pause John Wick?
No, that's fine. Just got back from my run and I love how walkable Mexico City is, but I say walkable because that's if you can walk without any disabilities because of how old all of the streets are. These things with wheels.
Wait, you do this?
Wheelchairs. What?
You do this without selfie cam?
Yeah.
You don't even see what you look like as you film it?
Yeah.
Oh, I never realized you do that for your videos.
Sometimes I use a front facing, but I want a wider angle, so that's why I have it this way.
Oh.
Wheelchairs. If you have wheelchairs or crutches, you're not gonna be able to get through Mexico City. It's walkable, asterisk, not accessible. It was a good run. I am beat, mostly I think from the elevation because I stopped a lot, but still kept it under 13 minutes a mile, which is not terrible. So yeah, now I'm back. I got a good shower. My partner's staring at me. This is so awkward. Alright, I'm all showered now.
What?
Talking to the camera.
Oh.
Vlogging with my partner means he makes a comment about everything. Are you not gonna say anything now?
Nope.
Okay, I gotta gather some of my stuff. A complete mess. My wallet, put that in. This is my travel wallet, which is basically just so I have space for cash. So keep these big ones together. And where we're staying in Roma Norte is very modernized, or I don't know, very touristy is a better word for it actually. So a lot of places take tarjeta, which is card. So I've been trying to use that for the time being, for as much as I can, because other days we'll go out further out and I think we'll just only be able to use pesos. We shall see. As far as cycling goes, hopefully we'll either do that today or tomorrow, but definitely a lot of protected lanes in some areas, the main roadways, but the side streets, it can be really hard to navigate a roundabout on a bike, especially if you can't see around the corner or if there's not a designated lane in that roundabout. Definitely a lot of good things that are here that are put in place, and I can see more and more are gonna get established, but also lacking a lot of things, and that's okay. The fact that it's even designed in a condensed way is already making it so much more accessible than most of the world, the entire world. So yeah, we love small city blocks, lots of stops, lots of lights, and some sidewalks are wide, most of them are pretty narrow, so that's another way it's not super accessible. And I say this as a very able-bodied person. I have some feet and hip issues, but for the most part, I can get around without a lot of accommodations. And just because I can get around without a lot of accommodations doesn't mean I should think about things just for me. I'm always thinking about, would my dad, who has some walking issues, be able to do the city? Hell no. That guy can only visit places that we can drive to and from. And this area is not designed for that, for sure. So just things that I think about that, I urge you to think about when you're traveling. It's not just about how you interact with it, but how every kind of body interacts with this space. Gonna wait for my partner to shower, and then we're gonna head out. You know John Wick's dentist?
Yeah, well, Keanu Reeves' dentist.
You know Keanu Reeves' dentist?
Yeah, I know him.
Is it your dentist?
No, it's not my dentist.
Okay.
I can't afford that dentist. I know him through. You've met the person I met the dentist through. I know there's a lot of degrees of separation here, but okay. So.
Hey, check.
You did get more cash.
Woo! Spin. Ready.
Yeah, filming instead of pressing the button. I guess your
That's what I have you for.
I feel like your plan was just to film and you didn't think about it. You were just gonna film us being stuck in the elevator.
I was just gonna wait for you to do it.
Those muscles.
You did work hard for those muscles.
You're filming me talking about my muscles?
Yeah, we are now.
Okay.
So we just finished our first tacos.
Yeah, we
and
maybe should have filmed while we were having the tacos.
That's fine. Longaniza was like super juicy.
Give it a 9 out of 10 compared to yesterday's taco stand, which was an 8.5 out of 10.
Oh, stop it. Come on.
I mean, I own this in green.
I know, but do this one. Oh my god, look at the sides. Whoa. Come here, come here. Okay.
Yeah?
Say something.
Am I still English?
I don't think so.
This one doesn't feel right.
You already have one of those. Of course it's gonna look good.
Yeah, but these are thinner than the ones I have.
Cute. Very cute.
But I think nothing beats
Your aviators?
the classic Biden.
Alright, what you got there?
What's up, y'all? This is Vin.
What's this?
The
No, it's not. Don't listen to him.
We got some crazy shit here in Mexico City. We got a carbonated cold brew coffee. It's dope. Really good. What's this place called? Tilia Cafe. Super cool.
A lot of body heat.
Alright, so you got a churro. It's good then. How would you describe this experience?
We have bigger things of sugar, and it's flaky like a croissant on the inside, but crispy on the outside.
I'm glad you're enjoying your thinner sugar-covered Utah.
You're always trying to make everything about Chinese food.
Everything is about Chinese food. For those of you who don't know, churro is just a smaller sugar-covered Utah Chinese donut. Prove me wrong.
Looks so intimidating. We're back in our Airbnb, and we saw that the 7-Elevens here have Heineken Zero, and I'm alcohol sober, and my partner Alex is alcohol sober for the month, or he's calling it a cleanse, an alcohol cleanse. So we got a 4-pack. Hype! I'm about to have one right now. We're good. Okay. Tell the people what you're doing.
Alright, so in Better Call Saul, sometime in like season 4, I think it is, Howard Hamlin gives someone soda, but they drop it. And so they're like, oh no, it's gonna fizzle. And Howard Hamlin says that if you rotate it for a little bit after such a thing, you'll disperse with the built-up pressure. I admittedly don't fully understand the science behind that, but since seeing it in Better Call Saul, I've tested it quite a number of times, and he's right, totally works. Do this for like a little bit, and eventually it'll disperse it, I guess. I don't know what the noise for this. Ah! Perfection! You can see it was pretty built up, and I dispersed most of it.
Wow. Cheers, baby. Boop.
That's it, I'm getting a glass.
All right, we're getting ready to go. We're about to go right now. We're gonna go to some vendors that we saw getting set up earlier. Hopefully they're still up. And there was rain, so they might have closed up shop. And then we're gonna check out a taco spot that Alex's friend recommended. We're walking, sprinkly, but not too bad. Not like last night.
Last night was rough.
Last night was rough. Alex got soaked. He didn't have a hoodie. I used my jacket to shield myself, but yeah, it was pouring for like 20 minutes and we needed to walk back, so this is nice. Yeah. And then we got an umbrella. So we're ready today. So
Got a conundrum.
we're trying to decide if we're gonna cross this thing or if we're gonna be wimps about it and go around. I was originally gonna vlog that Alex just mentioned. He had a friend whose actual name is Giraffe. Because
from preschool.
Because I saw a giraffe playground over there. See it right there. And then we saw this. So now we're not sure.
Yeah, not sure how to get. We have to pass through here. It's just nothing to pow.
Okay, we figured it out. We're dry. Yeah, I really like Mexico City, but it makes me feel bad for the people that live here when the city's obviously not built for the weather that it endures, which is a lot of rain. Yeah, the roads are just like not, like look at the sidewalk. I'm so excited. This is a limon paleta with tahina chamoy, which obviously, like, why would I ever have this without that? I inhaled a lot of tahina.
You can see that by the look on your face.
Dry in my mouth. We're going to do like a dip situation as opposed to a, you know, like 4 ounces of it on the top. We're back. Almost. Mostly unscathed from the rain.
Mostly.
Mostly. Ooh, your mustache has some droplets. Oh wait, no. No, it doesn't actually. You're dry.
No, it does.
Made you look. I'm very excited to eat my flan.
Already hungry again.
Yeah, I just had a paleta. Yeah,
I just had all the tacos.
yeah. And see, I'm just telling you, dessert stomach is different.
Not for me, it's not.
So yeah, I have a chocolate flan in here and a banana bread in my pocket. I think the banana bread I'm gonna have for breakfast though. Okay, so like I don't understand how this is defined as a flan because it looks like a giant piece of cake. That was decadent.
Did from overhead, hands placed indignantly on her hips. The girl he'd spent the night with was already sitting up, eyes wide. "Domina!" she exclaimed. The girl wrapped her arms over her bare chest. A meager gesture that did little to cover nudity. Not that Kato minded.
It is it is 10:16 and we're both pretty pooped, so I'm gonna edit a little bit and then go to sleep. Maybe do some stretches because my lower back has been giving me some issues today. Good day, good outings, really great dinner. That taco place was on point. Yep, Alex, thumbs up. He didn't want to be on camera today, or at this point. I love how much good food there is. A lot of people in our age range. So like late 20s into like early 40s probably is like the demographic of people that can like afford the places that we have been to. You know, like people with dispensable income and likely no children. It's cool. It's cool. It's a cool city. I definitely want to come back already. I mean, we've been here like 1-2 full days, but I definitely see myself coming back in the future just because it's like so vibrant. And if we're being honest, it's just like it's accessible because there's a lot of stuff to do. I'd rather have a lot of stuff to do in a city than have a lot of nature. Like nature's nice, but it's not like a top priority. It is really nice here that it's like tree lined everywhere, but still really cool city. Good night. Also, absolutely love this view. Just love that there's a little bit of a skyline. It's just so much light coming into the room. It really validates like my desire to have a place that has good lighting. My room currently doesn't have great lighting. It has a really small window. I feel like this has been really good for my vitamin D intake. Still like mentally just helped me wake up. Okay, it's 10:40 and I've spent most of the morning just watching videos so that I can get some inspiration from Gary Vee. Unsurprising. Also eating this banana bread from a bakery last night. Stomach hasn't been doing too good this morning. I think I just haven't had enough vegetables, which is always a struggle when I travel. I always forget how much I like go towards like meat and protein, and I forget all about salads and like whole foods. I just finished uploading a video that is gonna go out later tonight. I'm excited for that. It's a San Diego vlog. Probably already watched it if you're watching this one, hopefully. If not, it's in the comments. I'm trying to lean into vlogs just because I'm trying to find how to share my truth, how to share who I am on the internet. Less who I'm with, more how I think about life. I think protecting my friends' privacy is important. I'm just enjoying this banana bread. Oh man, someone's like using the stairway to dry something or dust something off, and it scared the shit out of me. I was like, who's over there? I'm gonna finish this banana bread. I'm gonna watch a Nicolino video for some comfort. I love her. She's a great vlogger. She's 18 years old and she has like 3 million subscribers, and she's going to San Diego State University. So it's really cool seeing her. I'm like about to move to San Diego, which is where I feel like I started becoming an adult on my own terms. Super cool. So I'm gonna watch her vlog, get ready, and then hopefully go for a bike ride. Okay, finish my breakfast snack, brush my teeth. Now I'm gonna get changed and then finally go on a bike ride. I really like that I took this morning a lot easier than I had initially planned. Sometimes you just need that when you're going out all day, when you're traveling. So just remember that your travel operational schedule is not your usual operational schedule, but it's okay to take things slower. See a little bit less of the city, but be more energized throughout the trip. So I'm gonna get ready. Okay, I thought that was rain, like thunderstorms. Like I thought that was thunder, but I think it was just a helicopter. Alright, so this is the fit. Shorts and a t-shirt and a hat, since I'm gonna be on my bike anyway, and I don't really care how my hair looks. So I got my fanny pack, got external battery charger there, my bag within a bag, so it's just like a full size like little tote bag. If I end up buying something, I'm gonna bring my blanket in case I decide to. There's a packable blanket from Matador, in case I decide to like sit at a park. I think that's what I'm gonna bring. And maybe my headphones, in case I want to listen to music. It is like not too hot, so I'm gonna bring my over-ear headphones. That might be a little dangerous on the bike because they're loud. So I'm just gonna do my wired headphones instead. Alright, let's go. Alright, easily the favorite thing I've done so far is take part in this Sunday thing where they close out a bunch of streets so that it'll be multi-use for pedestrians, cyclists. So cool. Going back out again. It's raining, so we're gonna bring our umbrellas.
It's been weird, like clockwork, just raining.
Like 5 or 6
every single day.
It's kind of nice because it's predictable.
It is nice that it's predictable. When I was in U of O, oh my god, you could have like all 4 seasons in the same day.
University of Oregon.
Yeah, let's go Ducks.
I just realized how sleepy I was because I slept like 4 hours. How long did I nap for?
Oh, you were out for like 40 minutes. You missed most of the
Nice.
second to last episode of Umbrella Academy.
Nice.
Which is fine, not missing much. Hot take, Umbrella Academy sucks.
Yeah.
It's lazily written.
We're kind of just watching it to watch something easy,
Yeah,
but it's not good.
it's not good.
Don't recommend.
If you're going for a superhero show, all I can say is Invincible.
Okay, I'm gonna go to dinner. Well, a mall first, then hookah, then dinner. Definitely awesome that they have these middle avenues between 2 roadways, and it's just like trees, a walkway, you know, 2 goobs right now. Pretty cool.
I am pretty cool, thank you.
Actually, like cool in temperature here.
Oh.
You're cool though, Bobby.
Incredible warrior, like this super famous warrior king, but he's also the vessel of Jupiter. In other words, he contains.
Just got back from dinner. We went to hookah. Alex smoked hookah. I kept him company. Stomach's still not doing so great, so I'm not having dinner. He's having a pizza. Oh, I might try to steal a slice.
Show them, if you're gonna vlog this, you may as well show them the pizza. This shit's crazy.
Okay, I'll come.
Look at this shit. How come LA can't do this shit? I swear to God, Mexico City has way better pizza than Los Angeles. Look at this fucking bubble. My God.
Looks pretty good.
I'm fucking excited.
Okay, say goodnight to everybody.
Good night to every single one of you. Except, I don't know. I don't anyway. I want to call out right now. Good night, everybody. I hope you all have good dreams.
That's cute. Okay, I should get up and get ready. Hopefully going to pyramids today. We're gonna try it.
Museum, you want to see the beautiful master. Pulque, you know, is the national drink in Mexico. They contain 7.
All right, we're in Teotihuacan. This technically is not a pyramid because it has a pyramidal base because it's not pointed at the top. There's Alex fighting an insect, off.
That's very cool. It may be a pyramidal base, but what's this?
It's Mike.
Oh, yeah, maybe a pyramidal base, but the additional layers
are daises, large daises.
What's a dais?
A dais is a large flattened. Is this actually a mic?
Yes.
Oh, they're large flattened platforms in, say, medieval Europe or ancient Greece. You would have seen a dais used to hoist up kings or lords or something.
Okay. This is cool. So we're at this church, not this one, but another one in this area is like the oldest one in Mexico City. And my partner Alex and I, we were just talking about how churches make us uncomfortable. And our tour guide, like we could tell that she obviously doesn't believe in like the church in this way, especially the way that, you know, Spanish people came, took land, and like imposed their priests. So like if you look over here, this is actually like similar to the architecture we saw back at Teotihuacan, like the pyramids over there, and that's like original, like ancient peoples, like Aztecs, and what they believed. Like this is their original structures. But everywhere these are, churches also got built because that's where the power was. So they basically just killed the indigenous gods or the indigenous like leaders like that, and imposed like these priests and stuff. That's what's pretty icky, you know. Like it looks really nice and everything, but it's a reminder of like imperialism and colonization and all of that erasure of like people's beliefs for power dynamic shifts and, you know, the Mexico that exists today, which is very similar to like the Philippines that exists today because of 300 years of Spanish rule over there.
Yeah, the spoils of a victorious genocide.
Yeah. That's this, right here.
Fought by genocide.
That water is not natural water, it's artificial cold.
So our tour guide was telling us that parts of Mexico City are sinking at like 2 centimeters per year because of climate change, and you can really see it in this thing. Crooked.
It's like in practice, I don't know if they actually should. But yeah, if you look online, you can.
Alright, so we've been hanging out at the Airbnb, kind of just decompressing from the day. I have a video I need to edit, so I'm gonna do that for a little bit. I just realized because I split this video into two, the one that I'm editing, I need to film another intro sequence to it.
Your eyes tell me that you don't wanna leave just yet. No, my eyes agree. It's almost like when we first met. Oh, I don't care, it's getting too late. I want you and I can't wait. Don't wanna spend a minute without you.
Alright, it's our last night in Mexico City. We're gonna find some dinner. Alex is looking for who the group that sings Seven Seas.
No, I know who sings it. I'm looking up if they're American. No, they're not. They're British. I was
See,
right.
I was like, I don't think this group is American because an American group would never
Know
talk.
what the Seven
They would
Seas
never
are.
talk about the Seven Seas.
You know what's really interesting too? So like, I talk to a lot of people on education forums, and something I learned a few years ago, maybe more than a few years ago, like when I was in high school, is that other countries only list 5 continents compared to us listing 7, which is kind of cool. Like, you remember the other day we were talking about continents and I said Oceania?
Yeah.
Because I originally learned it as 5 continents as well, and I'd forgotten that till I got to American public school.
I wonder why that is.
I don't know, because Americans think Australia doesn't exist and it's just a studio in New York.
But you just said Americans see 7, and the other countries see 5.
C5, yeah.
But there's 7.
Yeah, but, well, by American standards, there's 7. The rest of the world groups Australia, New Zealand, a bunch of other islands and shit as just Oceania. Way cooler name, if you ask me.
Okay. Alright. We did not record dinner, and that's okay. All packed up now, though. My suitcase does not look like it's packed up, but it is.
You gotta show that on video.
It is though. Like I have clothes that I'm gonna wear for my bike ride over there, and then there's the clothes that I'm gonna wear for the airport. Trust me, I got it figured out. We're good. We're chilling.
Yeah, okay.
All of that is in like order. It just looks messy because there's like, you know, new additions. But yeah, this is Alex and I's first trip. There's just the two of us this year, and maybe even last year. We didn't take one that was just like for us as a couple.
I think you're right, yeah.
Yeah, that was one of our things last year. It was like, we need to take at least one trip together, just the two of us this year.
We kind of did New York, but we also did do my family thing there.
Yeah, that doesn't count.
Yeah.
Like, I went with him to New York because his brother had like is that a club up there? Look, come here. So that glowing light, I was just, show you guys. Look at this. Looks like a party. It really does look like somebody's. Anywho.
Thought I was the one with ADHD.
It's right there. Thoughts. Mexico City thoughts.
Good city. Definitely not a city that's terribly prepared for rain, which is a little surprising. You would expect this isn't the first time it's had so much rain. Probably happens quite a lot. So the fact that there's so many areas that just flood and make it that you have to go way around to get places, I think that's funny. Great city. People were right when they said that restaurants are good, food is great.
As far as like cities go, I think it has a lot of potential to be more accessible. It's walkable and it's bikeable, and both of those things require you to be pretty able-bodied. There's cracks on the sidewalks, trees uprooting the sidewalk. Like, I don't think people with a wheelchair could very easily get around the city.
No, probably not.
Like, not on their own at least. So yeah, like it's very walkable if you're able-bodied, but it does mean the city is built where that is very possible. It just needs more money to fix shit to make it so. Because the blocks are shorter, there's a lot of good intersections that are pedestrian friendly, like with a lot of clear lines and everything, but it's just not actually safe for everybody yet. And I'm not talking about safety as in like physical violence. I'm talking about car accidents and shit like that. So I really like that. Obviously as a cyclist, that's a big plus for me. The food was good, and I guess I should have like more mentally prepared myself for this not to be like a really inexpensive trip, because it was definitely cheaper than the US, but it was like more expensive than like going to Asia. And Alex was mentioning to me about like Mexico's economy.
Well, it's everywhere in the world right now because you've got oil shocks because of what's happening in Eastern Europe and the Middle East. Are only 4 years past the pandemic when a lot of countries did like stimulus programs. Inflation is rampant, like 5% plus, even 10% plus in some places, all over the world. The US, ironically, for all everybody talks about inflation, is actually doing the best of any country when it comes to this. We hit 2.9% earlier this year or last year. There was a quarter where we were at zero. And people who have not traveled outside the US in a while probably aren't seeing that we're crushing it on that front. Not that it's great at the moment. We did do 2 rounds of stimulus
Only.
under Trump and then 1 under Biden, so that is a lot of inflation.
I was expecting you to talk about Mexico.
Oh, sorry. But that's why it's more expensive here. Like, had we done this pre-pandemic, right, Mexico City would actually have been a level of cheapness we anticipated. But it's because of all these global events that every country in the world has this inflation. And so that means anyone traveling will be surprised that things are a little more expensive than they anticipated.
There's a lot of expats here. There's a lot of people from the United States specifically moving here. 700,000 Americans live here. And that's a lot of people. You said 22% of the population of Mexico, which is like 3 point something million is the population of Mexico City. And so that causes inflation, right? Because it's gentrification. Like people with higher incomes can spend more and they have more disposable income because they might not have families that like the way that citizens here do, naturalized citizens here do. It causes a lot of issues. It makes things more expensive for everybody else, tourists as well as locals. And I'm not really complaining about it being expensive. I should have just like prepared myself more, and I think that's like my bias, obviously, that I have to like work through. But that's one of my issues, is that there are a lot of people moving here, and that over time that's going to erase a lot of the culture that exists. Our tour guide mentioned that and how that like it's a power thing. You know, it's not just like people coming in here bringing in their culture. It's that it does detract from other people's lives and experiences that are actually from here and don't have the luxury of being able to move. Like moving is still a privilege. Like you might have to move, but in a lot of cases from the US, you move because you can and you want to.
I think something that was kind of trippy for me on that front was, I've traveled a lot and been to quite a few touristy places, but I felt like when walking on the street here, it was kind of uncanny how much the conversations I overheard alternated between Spanish speaking or English speaking. I did feel I heard English more commonly than I expected, even for a touristy place.
Because, like, 1 in 5 people, right, ish, is the reality of, like, how many, like, foreigners there are. And most of the foreigners, they speak with the locals in English as a halfway point or with other foreigners as a halfway point. So that's why you're always going to hear it. And we've been in, like, the really touristy areas.
I've definitely just been able to coast off of English for the most part. Even compared to, Cancun or Cabo, both extremely touristy places, basically college kid spring break destinations or maybe retired people's destinations for vacation. Even in those places, I predominantly used translating apps, speaking into my phone, get it to speak back out in Spanish to communicate. And here I basically did not have to do that.
Yeah, but Alex also depended on me a lot because I was able to pick up the Spanish a lot more than he could. He was like, he would say something to the server, and I was like, she already asked to do that.
Well, I don't speak Spanish.
I know.
Get me in a French-speaking country and we'll have a good time there.
Those are our thoughts. Mexico City is very cool. I would definitely come back. I would learn more Spanish so I'm not such a dolt. I feel like I picked up a lot more than I expected to, so I'm proud of that. My favorite part was my bike ride yesterday. It's not just the bike ride part, it's that's a thing that happens every Sunday here. Like, people can just use that roadway for anything, they can walk, they can bike, they can be with their family, they can like run their freaking dogs, they can do all that stuff, and like normalizing that as part of the culture is really cool because it teaches the cars that they need to be safe, and then it teaches like the people using those roadways to be more safe around cars too. And that's definitely a big plus here, like in areas built like this where it's consolidated and smaller like streets and everything. It makes it a lot safer to bike and to walk in. So that was my favorite part because I've done events like that, but not one where I know it happens every Sunday, like from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. they close that area down, and it's like such a cool thing to normalize in a society.
You know what? The first time you told that to me, I didn't actually make this connection, but it occurs to me. I benefited from a policy like that in San Francisco. They do the same thing every Sunday in Golden Gate Park. Close it all out to cars, only allow bikes and such.
But that's just a park.
Well, Golden Gate Park is massive.
No, but it's not that big. It's not as big as this.
As the city? I genuinely don't know the distances, but it is like the biggest national park, technically.
But yeah, the bike ride was my favorite, and the second favorite was this plaza we were going to. It was a really long walk, but I always just appreciate that Alex is always down to go for very long walks. But yeah, this plaza we went to, it just reminded me a lot of like Divisoria in the Philippines. But Divisoria is just like this area in Chinatown in Manila. And it's the oldest Chinatown in the world, by the way. It just reminded me of that area because of all of the shops where there's like just cheap gadgets, a bunch of people shopping for random shit that you probably don't need, but it just felt like the most local thing that we did this whole trip.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty cool. Saw quite a few interesting products. You pointed this out and I thought it was really cool, was how many of the booths on the way in that little outdoor market we went to were just selling Hot Wheels and like all these classic action figures.
Dozens of tents just selling Hot Wheels and old toys.
Yeah, if anyone's a collector, like, I saw some stuff that probably you would buy for cheap, but if you figured out the exact model and put it on eBay, it would go for a lot.
Your favorite part?
The photos. It's this restaurant we went to a night or two ago. Had these, obviously we got tacos, but it was this place, I guess, where the premise was they fried cheese and used that as the base for a lot of dishes. Like, there were tortillas layered with the fried cheese, or there were tacos where they, put it on top of the meat as kind of like a blanket, and it added that
crisp, burnt flavor to it. It was just so fire, literally, given that super smoking grill.
Okay. Well, that's Mexico City for us. Bye.
Bye. That was an awkward bye.